Okay, YouTube, I think I got you. This better be a better thumbnail. Here we go, family. So, greetings once again. How are you? I hope all is well with you. All is well with me. I am back again, and this is Miss L, or my aunt on the mat. I'm coming to you to talk about solar lighting. Well, what's the big deal about solar? Honey, everything. When you're buying land in certain sections of the Gambia, there is no infrastructure, there is no lighting. There are poles that you can purchase that you can, my friend just sent me, uh, exactly. True. There are poles that will go out to your compound where it can provide electricity. But if you are connected from one pole and they send, let's say, 10 poles out to connect to your compound, in between those poles, there is no electricity, which means along the way, it's dark. If you are out and about around your compound, if you're new, you're the first resident in that area, it may be dark around you. And so you really want to come up with the best solar lighting in order to be at your maximum in the evenings. Okay, so let's talk about the first build that I have. The first build that I had is two sources of electricity. And I hope I'm saying this right. I am not an electrician. I have outlets that run on 210, and I have outlets 220 and 110, sorry. Outlets that run on 220, which is Gambian or European, and I have outlets that run on 110. Is that right? Whichever way it is. Whichever way it is, I got two. And so if I want to plug something in, I plug it in. When it comes to my NutriBullet, it's an American style power because I don't want it blowing up, overheating. Certain outlets in the kitchen work for certain appliances that I had shipped or brought from the United States. Okay. Would I do that again? I don't know. No. And I'll tell you why. Hold on. So now the house is on solar. It runs from AC to DC. So the solar does whatever it does. It stores in those batteries, and then there's the inverter, and it inverts it to electricity. So my light bulbs and everything is attached to the house, and it runs on electricity. It was an issue for me when I had to put water into the tank and open the borehole, which requires a lot of electricity. So then I separated that from the house. I didn't know before that I could have done that. I had a fuel generator to pull the water up when we were building. I didn't know that at that point I should have made a separate whatever, whatever. But this is why it says an experiment. You don't know until you know. The thing is, you find out something and then you go about and you fix it. You fix it. You go, okay, that was the next time, let's do this, which is where the tiny house comes in. So all the lights take regular light bulbs. There are no special light bulbs. You go to the store, you buy a light bulb, you bring a light bulb from the States, you screw it into your light fixture, into your wall, whatever, the lights come on. If it's cloudy, sometimes you don't have enough storage in your batteries, or in my case, I decided to get more. So I come back to the States and now everybody is doing solar in Queens. I'm seeing solar panels on people's homes, and the average number is about 12 to 14. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to have to get some more. So what does that mean? I'm gonna need me some more moolah. Okay. So in my last live, I talked about how much money you're going to need. You will need money for the incidentals and accidentals and those other things that you'll need to purchase later. Okay? Hold on with that. One of the things that I talked about getting thanks to Adama and his interest in solar is I am getting a generator, but I'm getting a solar generator. Now, I've never been camping, but if you go camping, if you live in an RV, they already use solar generators in the United States. That is going to allow me additional electricity or source of electricity in the evenings. That way, there is no concern about having access to my appliances being plugged in regularly so I can now store food and eat my food at home and other things, keep my phones charged and blah, blah, blah. So I said, okay, you're going back to the States. Let's go ahead and let's buy some things. Now, are there things in the Gambia that can accommodate me? Probably so, but not everything. Or it may not be at the price that I'm looking for because they had to ship it in. But I'm like, well, since I'm going to go back, let me go and get those things. Let me share with you what I got. So the way my build is designed, the door is recessed in and then it comes out, and on the sides there will be a wall. I saw a picture and with lanterns and picked up two lanterns similar to this to put on the wall. These are solar. These are solar. The solar panel is on top, and hopefully the sun will catch it as it's hanging on the side. That's just for ambient lighting. Now, there are lights along the wall, and then I have what they call street lights inside of the compound and other lighting as well. So this is just a way to give the mini mansion its own separate lighting. At the main house, I have lights underneath the patio, underneath the kitchen area. If I wanted to, I can turn the outside lights on, and then that section of the house is lit. I have lights in the front where my plants and the other items are laid out. I know why I'm buying my solar here. That's why. When I went to one particular store to get my solar lights, I realized that they don't last long. After a while, you can't return them. So I said, great, I'm going back to the States. I'll bring my own. So I have hooks, decorative hooks in the soil that should have lights on them. They don't work anymore. They're just there. So I can use something like this. And then I purchased something else that I will show you. What I'm going to do with the solar lights that no longer work on those hooks, I may take it off and get some candles, a candle holder, and place them inside so they just hold candle lights. And that will be maybe on a table or someplace outside if I am socializing in the evening and want additional lighting or insect repellent or something like that. I don't believe in throwing things away. I like to repurpose them. So this, if I'm not mistaken, they come two in a box, very flimsy. I don't know how they're going to do during the rainy season when the wind is blowing, but I do like the way they look. I do have the option to put them someplace else. I went to Home Depot. They do have special hooks in different sizes, and I have to take the light bulb with me to make sure that it fits well and it complements on the hook. Okay. The other lighting that I have is this here. This lantern is bigger, it's heavier. So I talked about taking the lights with me to Home Depot. I need to make sure that the hook is going to be able to catch. If I'm bracing the hook against the wall, right? I need to make sure that the neck is wide enough to come underneath, long enough to come underneath and catch. I have to take in account that there's this wide spacing, or else I'll end up with something janky on the wall hanging like that, and I'm going to be very annoyed. So it's going to have to be like this. The fun thing about these lights, hold up, because let me show you. This is solar. So it is a wider, if it's wider, it's going to hold more power source. Okay. This has been in the house. This has been in the house. It has not been outside. I took it out the box to test it. This has two ways of lighting. I mentioned solar, because you have the panels. And then I think I can, oh, and then back here is USB. It's a USB port. You can charge it in your outlet or your solar generator that has access for your USB ports to charge. We talk in innovation here in Africa for our benefit and our safety. Yeah. Because the well lit your compound is, the better you're going to feel. And then this is a button here that you touch, and it comes in different 1, 2, 3. You can take this off the wall or carry it with you wherever you are. You're in your living room and you have it on the table and you want to get up and go into your bedroom, you can carry it into your bedroom. Now, there will be other lights. Let me show you something else that I saw. Let's turn this off. One of the other things that I saw on YouTube was this here. This is not solar. These work through charging. Here is your USB here. Okay, this says DC 5 volts. It comes with the charger already there. Here is your off and on switch. And then this here, it says mode. I've never hit the mode. Let's hit the mode now. This I have had in the dining room. I ordered this light about 2 weeks. I don't know if anything happening. It does change. It's very light, so it does change. It's hard to see because I have the ring light on. You see it. And if I'm not mistaken, this automatically goes off after a certain amount of time. I will sometimes put this on in the dining room, and then when I come back downstairs, the light is off. This may be nice to put alongside the bed, which is what I have imagined. I liked the bronze, but it also comes in black. I'm going to have this placed on each side of the bed. And this will be my gentle lighting for in the evening. And then if I feel, I can fall asleep and have this turn off. Now, these are not motion censored lights. Thinking about that for a minute. Motion censored lights. Get a CCTV camera with motion sensor and put it in your living room. That way, if there's motion, the whole house is going to light up. That's the fun part about it being a small home. You don't need a whole lot of lighting. The house will be designed with recessed lights in the corners, the way the main house is. And then in the bedroom, I'm going to have a light because I found something that I liked and want to put that in the bedroom in the center of the ceiling. But there will be other lights that I imagine along the bookshelf, or I'm trying to see because I saw something. I took a screenshot of it. I'm going to share that with you later. What I imagined is this. Let me show you. Okay, here it is for the light here. This goes in here. And the funny thing is, no. So this is separate. This may not fit in here, but this cord will fit this wonderful light bulb here. This light bulb also I got from Amazon. This is a not battery operated. You don't have to change a battery. You can charge it. You can plug it in and charge it even on your laptop if you have to. See, it's already charged. It's plugged. It plugged in because the on and off switch is right over there. Let's see if I can get it to work. You may not be able to see it, but as you see, it's getting lighter or darker. I don't know how that would work. If I cover it up, it won't work. Here's the all of these lights come with different shades or types of light. I'm touching it. It always does that. Stop playing. Hold on. Okay. This is a LED light, if I'm not mistaken. Then you tap it. That's just soft yellow. I usually like a soft yellow lighting. And then there's like a pink color or blue. I can't describe it, but there are three types of lights. You hold it down and then you make your adjustment. And this comes with the remote control. Each one has a remote control. And so now what does this do? You could put this in a regular lamp. This head here fits any lamp that you would get in the United States. I'll just say it like that. If you have a lamp, you screw it in, you're set. It needs to be charged. You take it out, you plug it in, you recharge it, you put it back in. I like that because you don't want to have to be searching and saving batteries. I have a junk drawer in my kitchen of all types of batteries. You don't have that kind of luxury for that amount of space in a tiny house. So I don't want to come to Gambia with, a whole bunch of batteries to store for later, and then I can't find them when I need them. This is ideal. So what am I going to do with this? I imagine, hey, yes, so I'm listening to what Twin Spirit says. Get your products from the US. That way you know they work and won't go out after 30 days. Ashe, Ashe, and Amen. Okay? Come back to the States, get the things that you need, bring them back with you. When I left, I had a suitcase inside of a suitcase. So I know when I go back, I am filling all of this up in my suitcase and I'm going to be good. I was watching this lady on YouTube, and she talked about how you can put on lights, pendant lights, in a home that you rent. So check this out. This is essentially a pendant light. Let me show you the picture, what it looks like on the box. Let me see if I can find it. It would essentially look like that. Okay. Here's a better view. It would look like that. Can you imagine how pretty that would look? Now, the way it's set up, I think you saw it. Yeah. The way it's set up, it's for you to install your wiring in the ceiling. You would run your wiring and all that stuff into the ceiling, but I'm not doing that. Remember, I'm working with solar. All I need for this is the housing of the light bulb. So when I get to the Gambia, I'm going to probably cut all of this off. I'm going to measure from the ceiling, use this cap, somehow glue it and tape it and make sure the darn thing don't fall down. We'll figure it out because there are brackets. If you have to learn, we're going to figure it out. We're experimenting. See the brackets? We may have to secure the brackets to something somehow so that it stays secure. And then what I'll be doing is taking these light bulbs. Let me turn it on first. See that? They easily screw in. And these will be pendants. I imagine that these pendant lights are going to hang on each side of the door in the living room. So there is that section in the living room because the door is recessed where there will be two alcoves, one on each side of the door. I'm going to put a, a desk or drawers for more storage in those two sections. And then the pendant lights will be hanging above. Also, what I have planned to do is put the cubed windows on that side. So the cube windows will have the abstract designs in it. So you really can't see inside. You know, you don't want anybody's ugly face and mashed up on the doggone, you know, window like that, but it will add a design feature to the door, make it look attractive. And then I imagine that these lights in the evening will be hanging down in front of the glass window over the little bookcase, and that will give it a nice look. I do not like, oh, I do not like bare bulbs. They have the solar bulbs in the Gambia. I don't like the way they look. I will be looking for bamboo styled uh, light covering. What do they call that? Lamps. What do they call that? The light covers. So that it's a design or to put some African fabric around it. And I'll have one on each side. And that is going to add lighting in the living room because it's not a big space. And then with the lighting here on the side of the bed, remember the bedroom will not have a door. So even if it's just lights on the door, I am still going to have illumination coming into that small hallway. I will have to have lighting for the bathroom. And what I had figured I would do, and I'm not sure about this, because I looked at something in the magazine and I was like, oh, I could probably build out a kitchen nook. So it'll be like a bench. It'll be a cushioned bench against the wall facing the kitchen appliances and sink. So let's say you walk into the door that way. And because if you look at my videos, you'll see it. Okay, you walk through the front door. You have your living room with your sofa on the left end of the wall, your TV on the right side of the house. Further down is into the kitchen dining room. The dining room wall, and it's funny because this is flipped. So the dining room wall, I may put a two-seater bench, high chair cushion that I'll have the carpenter make for me. And then I will have another section coming out to separate the eating area from the living room area. That will allow me possibly an extended lip on top as a breakfast, a bar, so you can eat on a high chair, or me, I want to sit down on the cushions. Okay. Underneath the bar will be cabinets, because I think what I'm going to do is this. When I speak to them at Quality Kitchen, I may purchase two cabinets with drawers, have the carpenter build the stand underneath to make it taller, and then build the lip that extends over. And then I have already built storage. I can put things in there. And then I always like to have knickknacks somewhere, a vase, some books, whatever. It's there, or I may want to eat there, or somebody else comes and visit and they can eat there. I'm going to be sitting on the cushions. The next end is the back door with the patio. My little screened-in patio will be open. I now have the luxury of sitting and viewing from that area if I choose not to eat outside. So that's how I imagine it. And then what I want to do is maybe over the bar, I have two more pendant lights hanging down. So I'm going to see what they have. They have solar bulbs in Gambia, and they do have the bamboo. I did look through a magazine. They had some samples. I may have my guy, if he can, create something different for me and see what comes up. But this is all about lighting in the Gambia. It makes sense. We do want lights, but we do want it to look nice. So I hope this helps, even if it's a regular bulb sitting up. Or look, take this thing with you. You never have to be in the dark. I think you should get this whether you're building or not. If you are at a compound or at a hotel or any other environment where the electricity goes out every once in a while, and you're going to need some lighting, you want to keep something like this with you so that you are not stressed. When you start hearing things in the night, you want to turn that light on and see what the heck it is. Okay? I hope this helps. Go on YouTube. Oh, I'm sorry. Go on Amazon. Go on Amazon. Check it out and see what they have. Go into your favorite. I love Home Depot. Go into Home Depot, look down the aisles, make sure it is solar. Make sure it's solar. Now, nope, make sure it's solar, because even if you have your house set up where you have Norwick, if Norwick turns off the power, you're going to be in the dark. Get yourself these things and keep it around your house. I've also seen some of the solar lights I'm going to put on the outside, the exterior walls where the lights shoot up and down. They're decorative soft lighting. I'm going to also have some flowers along some areas of the house to give it a softness. So it's not this harsh squareness or rectangle style that we see. We do want to add texture and color and flowers to your home. The texture could be red rock, it could be white gravel, or even seashells. So that I'm adding, and then the lighting I'm adding. And then when you start to put these hanging objects on, it just gives it more of a softness. I got one more thing to show you. Let's see if I could find it. If I show you all the stuff I have over here, you would not believe it. I bought something else for the yard because I told you I bought something at the store and it did not last. And I was very, very annoyed. Where is it? Oh, goodness. I got a first aid kit in here, which they said you should have for when you're on the road because you never know what's gonna happen. I'll show you this. So this is similar to what I bought at Emporium. It stopped working. These come two in the box. In Emporium, it came one in the box. This is solar. It doesn't come with the stand, but it doesn't matter because I already have the stands and the doggone things don't work. So, and it looks just like this. Maybe a little bit bigger. They're a little bit bigger, but this is it. See, it's solar. And I'm going to put those in the yard. So this is the color scheme along with black because look, you're in Africa, honey, all colors work, but I like gold or black. So this I will put on the stakes that I already have in the ground. And then the one that I have like this that no longer works, I will put a candle in there and then I can use that outdoors so I don't burn my doggone house down. Okay, so this is another thing that will add a softness to your compound because one of the things that I found kind of frustrating when I got to Gambia was everything looked so hard. I know for most people, they were still in the process of building, and building does take time. It takes time when you don't have those extra funds available. The more money you have to get things done right away safely, you don't want to be wasting your money, but you want to be able to build. So you're not building 10 years. You think I want to be building when I'm 70 years old? Hold on. Let's see. Oh my goodness. You should see. What is that? Aha. Here's the other one. I'm gonna take all of this back with me. Hold on, I don't want to do anything. This is, I'll tell you something else I got. This has nothing to do with lighting, but this will save you a headache. See this thing here? This is a pump to put air in your tire. Sometimes you'll buy tires, you replace your tires. And I know for me, I was driving and I constantly had to go to a place for them to put air in my tire. And I remember someone saying to me, be careful that they don't put too much air and pop your tire. And so a gentleman there, Calvin, suggested, because he helped me put air in my tire one day. Thank you, Shannon, for letting us borrowing your husband. He said, get this. And so I got this. This works in the car, in the cigarette lighter section. It has a gauge and everything. Off and on switch. This is coming with me in my car. So if I'm driving and I need air in my car, I can do it myself. This is very important. Get one. Okay? Get one. So it's like Christmas over here. Here is what I wanted to show you. Bear with me. This is the other one that I bought. Right next to the tiny house is a beautiful tree. and I have to make sure that the leaves do not block the solar panel, so it will get lighting during the day. And then at night, this will light up and be kind of cute hanging down. And this will complement what I have over on the other side and begin to draw the whole idea together. Yeah. Okay, so I think that's it. All about lighting. Go to Amazon or any other place where they have lighting and become creative with what you do on your compound so that you're happy when you get there. Okay? As you're building, you're going to be happy. Let your creativity flow. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's your space. Do what you want. And if you need me for suggestions, I'd love to help. You know me. We'll go shopping together. Also, I want to do something real quick. I was thinking about this company that I used when I was buying my lights. Crestone Lighting is where I went to buy the lights for inside the house. I think I bought so many lights that after a while, they didn't have any more left over. They had no more lights in black. It was like, oh, we're going to have it in white. And so I wanted to see if I Googled Crestone. It's saying, wait, because the question is it at a different store? Or are they in England? Or, is it just in the Gambia? It's not showing. They have something called a Crestone One Light Pendant in Frost or Clear. Hmm, I don't like it though. It's $149. It's not even worth based on what I am doing. And this is a light that will require a special kind of lighting, the electrical wires. So if you're in the Gambia and you're looking for an idea, go to Crestone. Crestone is a round turntable. They before you could just drive on the side of the road, and now you can't because it's partitioned off. You'll find it. Ask someone, they'll know where it's at. The other thing I'm bringing back is these CCTV cameras. I got two of them for $70 and was able to connect it to my phone very easily. And it comes with all of the information you need to put it up on the wall. So safety on your compound can be inexpensive because I understand that we don't have a lot of money. Don't be fooled. We do not have a lot of money. Yep, it is very clear. It shows activity. You can put more than one device on your phone. You can take this with you. So how does this work? It's solar. It is solar. So you don't need to have electricity in the house. Because if you have the regular CCTV and the Norwick goes out and now you don't have any electricity, how does that work? If you leave the house and you take your Wi-Fi with you, it no longer works. Now I'm getting something else that I'm testing out, and I think it says you don't need electricity. I'm not sure how that works. I won't know until I get it. However, be prepared to have a portable router in your home at all times, and then your portable router that you carry with you. Make sure that you have enough data. Now, my friend said you could use data without getting internet. or something like that. So I'm going to talk with her later to get clarity so we can know that we're getting the best at a good price and so that we're going to be happy. This shows the my living room. I'm just testing it. This is on my phone and I did it myself. So I was very happy about that. It is doable. That's the way to save money. That is the way to be safe. And then if you're out of the country, you still have the ability to see the activity on your phone, whether you have someone on the compound watching your place or not. Your best eyes are you. Okay? So that is it. I hope this helps. And go out there and get whatever you need from Amazon or other places. Like I said, that's the reason to come back to the States. You want to get the things that you need, bring it back to the Gambia so you can continue living your best life. Thanks so much, family. I think it warmed up to about 73 degrees, so I'm going to go outside for a walk and then make my way back home. Peace and love.